Om Shanti and welcome. Question that we all have, is that why do we actually need to meditate? Is it the latest fad? Is it a phase that we go through that to alleviate stress we learn meditation? Is it a fashion? What is this meditation thing that we hear about now and then? And the word meditate actually means to heal. And healing is only necessary when there's hurt. If there's no hurt, then healing isn't necessary. Now, if the body has been hurt, if there's physical pain, you go to the doctor will give painkillers, doctor will give something to help alleviate the physical pain. But when we're talking about hurt here, we're talking about a hurt which is deeper and a hurt which we're carrying around with us for many years. And so the healing that I require is the healing of the spirit, the healing of the soul. And for that, if you go to the doctor and you say that I, the spirit, the soul, am hurt, he won't be able to give you a painkiller for that. So for that, the process of meditation is very necessary. The other thing that's important in meditation is to focus or to connect with a higher power. There is no point in connecting with something which is of your level. Always need to. What happens is you can learn from somebody that's higher than you. It's more difficult to learn from those who are on your level. But spend time with somebody that's higher than you and you will learn lots. And so when I understand that I, the soul, I, the spirit, call it soul, call it spirit, call it third eye, call it energy, call it Atma, call it whatever you like, we are all referring to the same thing. I need three things. We all need three things. Those three things are, I need solutions. Why do I need solutions? It's because there are problems. We all have problems, and that's why we all need solutions. The other thing that we all need is power. Why do we need power? Because we are weak. We know that the soul doesn't have the strength to overcome certain things, such as overcoming our anger, overcoming attachment, overcoming lust, greed, desires. Why do we need power in this? Is because we have actually begun to think that these things, anger, greed, attachment, ego, we think they are necessary in life. We think that you cannot manage without these things. We also use them as a support system. For example, a boss at work will get angry and then he sees that the work gets done quicker. So he thinks, wow, this is useful, this is good. And so he uses that anger again and again and again to get things done. A mother gets angry with her children. She sees a little result. She sees a change for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So she thinks, I need to get angry to make them listen to me. And so we take the support of these vices. What's wrong with that? If the work gets done, isn't that good? So, what's wrong with that is if I am doing it over a long period of time, if I am doing it often, then it becomes part of my personality. It becomes much more deeper than a habit. And what happens is that, okay, I'm getting the work done, but it's damaging my personality. It's what it, I'm distancing other souls from myself. They will think, oh, this person just gets angry. They will stay away from us. And so you'll see that whatever is going on within, that affects our mood. So you'll see thoughts affect, first thing our thoughts will affect is our mood. Then our thoughts also affect our body. Thirdly, our thoughts affect the atmosphere. And fourthly, our thoughts have an impact on relationships. So it's the thoughts which are the seed, which are the roots. And when I understand the seed, then I can overcome these vices that are there, which are parts of our life. Now, if I have this determined thought that I want to get rid of anger, then what do I need to replace it with? What is the easiest way to get rid of anger? I can work on the anger. I can go to overcoming anger sessions. I can go to a psychiatrist. I can do all sorts of things. Psychiatrists will say, express whatever you are feeling. Express the hurt. Express the anger. Express whatever's going on inside you. Yes, you can do that. But there is a fear involved in that. And the fear is that if I'm continuously expressing whatever's going on inside, it again becomes my personality. I'm feeling angry, and the reason why we feel angry, the seed of anger, you'll see that just 1 millisecond before the eruption, before the anger, there is a feeling of hurt, and then we lash out. The hurt might be so and so doesn't listen to me, or the hurt might be they lied to me, or they deceived me. So there's that feeling of hurt first, and then the anger. So, do I want to make my personality one of where I'm just expressing whatever I'm going through? The alternative, if I don't express, then we see that people tend to suppress what their real feelings are. So we have two extremes, express and suppress. This is where meditation comes in. Meditation doesn't say express. Meditation doesn't say suppress. Meditation is saying purify, clean, heal the hurt, heal the anger, so that you're able to fill yourself with peace. Now, when I'm talking about filling the self with peace, why is it necessary to fill the self? It's because there's an emptiness inside. There are certain diseases which even doctors cannot cure. Those diseases are loneliness, heaviness, emptiness, a depression. And these diseases are very common. They are not physical diseases. They are not related to the body. But we go through these feelings, these emotions of feeling empty. On a physical level, we might have everything. We might have the 2.5 kids. We might have two cars outside our house. We might have all of these things, the latest gadget, etc. And yet, there's still a feeling of something lacking. That feeling of something lacking, in other words, is often expressed as there must be more to life than this. There must be more than the 9 to 5 job. There must be more than the rat race. And so we are searching for that more. There must be more to me than the labels that I wear, label of aunt or friend or British or whatever label I carry around. I'm not saying these labels are wrong. These labels are necessary to identify each other with. But there is something more. And that something more you will understand from this word human being. Everybody has many labels, but all of us, all the billions of us in the world, are called human beings. The word human refers to the physical, and the being refers to the spirit. We are human beings, means I, the spirit, the soul, am experiencing a human life. And now, what do I want to do? Do I want to carry on as I've been doing all these years, all these births? Or do I want to do something different? Do I want to experience something more? Do I want to fill that gap where I feel there is something missing from my life? How do I go about all of this? Meditation has a formula, and that formula can be described in 3 words. So, firstly, the first thing to do in meditation is inwards. When we're talking about inwards, then within the body, you have the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, all of these things. But there is something more. There is the being which makes the human function. If the being isn't there, the human doesn't function. Then it's a dead body. But within that being, how does that being function? One thing which is very interesting is that whatever the physical body is made up of, that is exactly what it demands. For example, this body is what? 70 or 75% water. It demands water. You cannot manage for 10, 15 days without water. Body is made up of air. It demands air. It is made up of matter, you know. So you have the 5 elements: air, water, fire, ether, earth. That is what the body is demanding. In the same way, when I understand what the spirit is made up of, then I will also realize that this is what the spirit is demanding. The soul is demanding what it consists of. And what does it consist of? It consists of peace, love, happiness, power, purity, wisdom. These are the innate, the inherent, the original qualities of the soul. How do I know they're my original qualities? Let's look at the opposite of all of these things. Opposite of peace is peacelessness. Opposite of love, hate. Opposite of happiness, sorrow. Opposite of purity, impurity. Opposite of power, weak. Opposite of wisdom, ignorance. So we look at the opposites: peacelessness, hatred, sorrow, impurity, weak, ignorance, and ask yourself, have you ever experienced these? And most people will say, yes, I have experienced these. And whilst you were experiencing them, did you enjoy hating someone? Did you enjoy the experience of peacelessness or sorrow? Did it feel correct? Did it feel did it sit well with you? Did it feel comfortable? Did it feel right? Did it feel normal? Did it feel nice? And so these things, sorrow, hatred, they actually don't sit well with us at all. The reason is because these things are alien to the soul. They are completely alien to the real nature of every human being. The qualities that I mentioned, which are inherent, which are my original nature, when I understand these qualities, then I won't beg for them. I won't search for them. Like we see, people are begging for a bit of love. People are begging for a bit of peace. I don't need to ask for them. I am peace. I am love. I am happiness. I don't need to depend on anything or anyone for these qualities. Option.
So, what is the method then?
Okay, I did mention.
From one extreme to the other.
I did mention that there's a formula in meditation, and that formula is, I mentioned the word inward, but simply going in is not sufficient. I have not connected with anything. So, firstly, inward, and then this is where the journey begins. The journey is upward. It's only when I understand the upward that I will realize where it is that I'm going to get power from. To the question you asked is, how do I change from either expressing or suppressing? And I want to heal, I want to purify, I want to clean any feelings, any emotions which are causing blockages, which are causing pain. And so I need a replacement. I need something which is empowering. And so this journey, I need to learn how to make this journey the journey of upwards. And once I've made that journey, it's only at the destination that I can fill myself with the qualities that I need. And then when I have these qualities, then I don't need to either express or suppress because I've gone through the whole cleansing process. The anger isn't there that I need to express it or suppress it. The anger is now being replaced with good wishes, with understanding where the other person is coming from, with understanding that there's karma between souls, that there's a give and take. And so the knowledge, the wisdom that the soul has, that needs to work. What wisdom do we souls have? We have the wisdom of what is right and wrong, good and bad, reality and illusion, truth and falsehood. This is there, inherent in every soul, but we've forgotten it. We have forgotten ourselves, and we have lost We are lost, not we have lost. So, firstly, we are lost, and secondly, we have forgotten everything. So, to go back to our original, real nature is a method to overcome many things. You'd say to go back to our roots.
So is the method to stop with the more damaging
Mm.
emotions and feelings,
Mm.
stop doing that and then adopt these higher qualities and feelings? Or is it just to go to the higher quality feelings and the others will automatically dissolve?
See, firstly, I have to understand where these feelings or emotions are coming from. Why do I have them to such an extent? So, within this, I understand that they are acquired. This is the first thing I need to understand is I have picked them up. It's like, for example, negative thinking. Did my parents teach me to think negative? Did my teachers at school teach negative thinking? Nobody sat and taught me how to think negative. And yet, you will see human beings are experts in negative thinking. And we need to learn to think positive. We need to now understand what positive thinking is. In the world, places, people offer positive thinking courses in community centers or colleges or wherever. And yet, you will never see an advertisement for negative thinking. Nobody advertises that come and learn negative thinking. Why? We don't need to learn to think it, we pick it up very fast. So, when I have to, then I start learning positive thinking. Then I start to understand that all the rubbish that's there is acquired. It's not my real nature. When I then start to focus, to practice, to be myself, means be the real self, full of qualities, full of goodness. See, look at the expression we use. A very common expression people say is, but everyone has some goodness within them. And it's very, very true. Everybody does have goodness. But why are we not able to see that goodness? They might be showing us 99 bad things about themselves, but there is 1% goodness in them. So, what should I focus on? The 99 bad things or the one good thing? If I focus on the 99, which are more visible, which are in my face, it's going to damage my personality. The art, this is spirituality, not to see the 99, but to see the one. That is spirituality, to see goodness in each and every soul. Then I will say that yes, I am spiritual. Otherwise, many do go around with this label that I'm spiritual. But to see goodness in others is an art. Okay, so let's practice this meditation. So, firstly, the inwards, and then the upwards. The third thing we're doing anyway, we don't need to work on that. The third thing is the outwards. Because I can't stay upwards all day long, can I? I have to be out there. And so we're going to work on the inwards and the upwards. That's it. That is meditation. So relax. Keep your eyes open if possible. Why? Because whatever I'm going to practice now, I'm going to carry it out there with me. I'm going to carry it with me throughout the day. So, throughout the day, obviously, my eyes will be open when I'm talking, working, etc. So, let's keep the eyes relaxed. We're not staring at anything, we're not anything like that, but just very relaxed. I'm going to say a few thoughts. Follow the thoughts if possible. Om Shanti. Relax the body. Relax every muscle. And then bring your attention towards the center of the forehead. This place is very special because it's here that my inner world is happening. My thoughts, my ideas, my beliefs, my understanding, my desires. There is so much happening in my inner world. And it's here in the center of the forehead that I, the being, reside. This is my driver's seat. It's from here that I sit. I sit, and all the controls are nearby. Eyes, ears, mouth, nose. These are the controls of this vehicle. The body is the vehicle. The soul is the driver. Which is more important, the driver or the vehicle? I am a peaceful soul. I am a pure and peaceful soul. I, the soul, situated here in the center of the forehead. I am the master of this body. I am the driver. But I am also responsible, accountable for my each and every thought. My thoughts are equal to a seed. I am planting seeds in the earth of my mind continuously. Non-stop, I am planting seeds. I am planting the thought. So whatever thought I sow, I should not be surprised at the fruit, at the results. If I have sown negative, I will reap negative. So today, I'm going to sow a beautiful, wonderful, and powerful thought. That thought is, I am a pure and peaceful soul. I am pure and I am peaceful. I am happiness. I don't need to search. I don't need to beg. I am happiness. soul is full of goodness. There is nothing but goodness. And now, with the power of my thoughts, I have the ability to travel. I can travel anywhere, and I choose to travel upwards. I don't go anywhere in this world. I just go upwards. Upwards beyond the sky, the sun, the moon. I enter a world of light. And it's in this world of light, this world of silence, that the healing begins. It's a light like no other. There's no on-off switch. It's just there. It's a light which is healing the soul. And in this world of light, this world called Nirvana, that I meet the Supreme Soul, the highest power, the highest soul, and I celebrate a meeting with the Supreme. This is my parent, the parent of the being. I am so happy, so blessed that I actually know how to come to this world of light, because this is my destination. This is my place of power. This is the journey I make again